everyone. I'm Patty Ann Brown, and you are in the Strategy Room. Bernie Sanders has long said he can turn the tide of the Democratic presidential race as the primary schedule shifts to western states. But despite notching wins in contests in Utah and Idaho Tuesday, he still remains far behind rival Hillary Clinton in the delegate count. Joining us now from D.C. to discuss the state of the Democratic race are Democratic strategist Joe Listingi and Republican strategist Amos Snead. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Joe, Sanders won caucuses in Idaho and Utah, but Clinton took home the real prize of Arizona. It was winner take all. It is still a long shot for Senator Sanders to become the Democratic nominee. In fact, you've said it's over for him already?
Yeah, I believe it is. And listen, I voted for Bernie Sanders. I like the policies. And your opening statement was correct. He is changing the presidential debate because he's changing, or the contest, because he's changing the discussions we're having on the left. We're talking about making public colleges universal, have universal access and free. And we're talking about, affordable health care that could be free and things along those lines, which is changing our debate. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. He's not going to be the nominee. Hillary has run away with the delegate count, and when you include our superdelegates, she definitely pulls ahead by a much larger margin. And as we continue forward, because we give out delegates proportionally, Bernie would have to win states by 80 to 20 margins, and that's not going to happen. And every time she pulls a big win like last night, where she's 60+, that lead continues to grow. Bernie will stand to the convention, just like she did in 2008. But the math will be against him, and we will move our party forward that way.
All right, Amos, Sanders appears to perform better in states that have a caucus instead of a primary. Why is that?
I think there's a big problem in the Democratic Party right now. The party faithful are not excited about Hillary Clinton being the nominee. Someone who's cozied up to Wall Street, who's charging 6 figures for public speeches, and I think it's a real problem for her how well Sanders is doing. And the longer he sticks around, the more time and money and staff resources she's going to have to spend on this. I mean, look, they tried to clear the field for Hillary Clinton, right? This was supposed to be a cakewalk to the nomination, and Sanders is causing her some real problems.
Joe, we still have some big contests coming up in the West. Obviously, the biggest is California, 548 delegates. Even if she's not that concerned about Sanders, she's got to be concerned about this excitement gap that Amos is talking about. What does she need to do in California and the other upcoming states?
Well, she needs to begin outlining her message for the general election, but also talking about what she's talked about in the past. I mean, we have a historic possible nomination here. First female main presidential candidate from a major party. She's going to talk about the future for women in this country. She's got a great foil now, not only with Donald Trump, but Ted Cruz, who is equally as egregious as Trump is on women's issues. We could talk about this as a party, and that's good. Now, going to the enthusiasm gap, I think the problem is we're happy with both of our candidates. There is no, all the attention, all the media attention's on the right, and that's fine. And in fact, as Democrats, we're loving that right now. On our side, our party faithful, we're happy with either one, and we also see the writing on the wall. Hillary's going to get it, and we're ready to go. We're quietly sitting in wait, if you will, because our time's going to come to get activated in the fall, and we're ready to go. So, Amos, don't worry about us.
Do you believe that that Hillary Clinton is really strong, as Joe says, on so-called women's issues?
Look, I agree with him. She's going to be the nominee. But I believe as soon as she gets done with this, as soon as she's done with the Sanders, this part of the process, I mean, there's a lot of baggage associated with Hillary Clinton, the team she's kept around her, what she's been doing in all of her positions in the past. So I think that's actually a debate Republicans would love to have. We just have to figure out who's going to be our nominee.
Yes, that's kind of a big thing.
That's a big part of this equation.
Joe, Amos, thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And for complete coverage of the 2016 race, go to foxnews.com. I'm Patty Ann Brown. Thanks for watching.